Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Thursday, April the 11th. We've got 5 games tonight. It's a small slate, but we've got 2 more massive slates before the season ends. We have 15 games tomorrow on Friday. There are no games Saturday, and then we have 15 games again on Sunday on the last day of the regular season. So this is kind of our last small slate before we get into the playoffs. 5 games tonight. Got 2 picks to give out in this video. There's not a ton of props on the board right now, but I did find 2 props I liked, and we're going to talk through these plays, share why I like them. But before we do get started, though, guys, as always, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, and if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up linked down below in the description, or use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And we do also have a partnership with Sleeper. You guys can check out Sleeper, linked down below in the description, or again, just use that promo code NOAH over on Sleeper, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS pick'em app similar to Prizepicks, where you pick over or under, more or less on player projections. You build out an entry. You're able to make up to an 8-pick entry. On Sleeper, you're able to win up to 100x your money. So if you do like to chase those high payouts, you can do that over on Sleeper. Sleeper does give out a lot of discounts all throughout the week. They do protected plays. They also give out free squares to all new users. So if you don't have an account on Sleeper, when you sign up, use that code NOAH, make a deposit. You'll get a free square added to your account that you can use towards any entry. So check out Sleeper, guys. Sign up if you have not yet. And again, use that code NOAH. When you do sign up, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $500. But let's talk through our plays for today. 2 picks. Now, I do want to recap the 2 picks we gave out yesterday. So we gave out 2 picks yesterday. One of them was a Chris Middleton over, and Chris Middleton did not play. So if you played the 2 picks yesterday as a 2-pick entry, it was pretty much it was a refund. Donovan Mitchell, he did go over 4.5 assists, which was obviously nice, but it didn't matter since Middleton didn't play. The 2-pick entry just got refunded. But I guess if any of you guys bet on sports books and you're able to straight bet, take props, straight, then hopefully if you took that Mitchell prop over 4.5 assists on a sports book, you're able to make some money off that. But for Prizepicks, you have to play at least 2 picks. When you have a pick, not play in a 2-pick entry, it's just an automatic refund. So our 2-pick entry yesterday was refunded. It is what it is. We'll move on to today and hopefully hit both the plays for today. So let's talk through what I'm liking, guys. Got a PRA prop I'm liking for tonight, and then I have a points plus rebounds prop. So for the PRA prop, we're going to take a look at Jalen Brunson, 39.5 PRA, and I do like the over here for Jalen Brunson. So Jalen Brunson, he has been on an absolute tear lately, as you can see by his recent games. Had 48 PRA against Sacramento, 52 against Chicago, 57 against Milwaukee, then faced Chicago again and had 56 PRA. And, these are not easy matchups. Like, Chicago has actually been one of the toughest matchups for guards this season. And Jalen Brunson went out there and killed the Bulls. He had a huge game against the Bucks as well. That was a pretty good matchup. And then he had a huge game against Sacramento, too. Another, solid matchup. Now, tonight's matchup against Boston might not be the easiest, but it could get better because Boston right now has pretty much, outside of Derek White, the entire starting lineup for the Celtics is questionable for tonight. And if you look at the spread in this game, right now the Knicks are actually favored by 2.5, even though they're going to be playing in Boston. If the Celtics were fully healthy tonight, they would definitely not be underdogs at home. So I think we can safely assume that somebody, if not multiple players, are going to sit for Boston tonight, which makes it more likely this game might not be competitive. But man, we've seen Tom Thibodeau, even when his team is up big, he will still play his guys even deep into blowouts. I mean, Jalen Brunson, even if this game does somehow blow out, Jalen Brunson still probably plays 35 minutes. And if the game's competitive, he'll probably play 40 minutes. If you look at his recent games lately, the minutes have really started to tick up for Jalen Brunson. He's already been a guy that's played relatively big minutes this season, but just over their last 5 games, 36, 38, 41, 39, and 42 minutes for Jalen Brunson. So he's getting big minutes right now. The usage is through the roof right now. His usage rate is 35.4% over their last 4 games. And his potential assists have also been up as well. 14 potential assists over their last 4 games. Rebounding wise, you're not really ever going to get a ton of rebounds from Jalen Brunson, but typically he's good to give you 3 to 4 rebounds. He's averaging 3.6 rebounds per game this season. Over their last few games, he has had he has had 6 rebounds in 2 out of their last 3. So I think you can look at you can look at PRA for Jalen Brunson. I think points plus assist also looks pretty good. That line's at 36.5. Really, if you take PRA, you're just hoping that Brunson gets 3 rebounds or more, which, like I said, I think he can get us 3 rebounds or more. He's had at least 3 rebounds in 5 out of his last 8 games. Again, he's had 6 rebounds in 2 out of his last 3 games. So I think I like PRA a little bit more than points plus assists, but I think both these props are good for Brunson. Brunson's just playing massive minutes right now. The potential assists have been up. The usage rate's been up. He's been scoring a ton as of late, and the Knicks are still fighting for playoff position. The Knicks still have something to play for. If you look at the standings right now, they are currently the 3 seed in the East, but they're only a game and a half behind the Bucks for the 2 seed, and they're only half a game up on the Cavs, who are the 4 seed. They're only a game and a half up on the Magic and Pacers. So if the Knicks want to keep the 3 seed, potentially move up to the 2 seed, they're going to need to continue to win games. So I think as long as this game is competitive, we're going to see Jalen Brunson play huge minutes. Even if somehow even if Boston does rest a lot of their guys today and this game turns into a blowout, I think Brunson would still play 33, 34, 35 minutes in a blowout. Like, Tom Thibodeau is going to play his guys, as long as if the game's within like 20 to 25 points, he's probably going to have his guys out there. If it gets to like a 30, 40 point blowout, then you'll maybe start to see Tom Thibodeau pull the plug. But Tibbs, man, he is a coach that he doesn't pull the plug until it's really out of hand. So I like this over on Jalen Brunson. Sportsbook odds like this over as well. I was looking at DK Sportsbook. They had this prop minus 135, favorite to go over. Pinnacle also had this juiced towards the over. So that's the first prop I like for tonight, guys. Jalen Brunson, more than 39.5 PRA. And then another prop I like is a points plus rebounds prop. And we're going to look at Trayce Jackson-Davis, 17.5 points plus rebounds. And I like the over here as well for TJD. So TJD has been starting lately, and even with Jonathan Kuminga back, he was still in the starting lineup, the last 2 games, and it looks like they're going to keep him in the starting lineup and just continue to bring Kuminga off the bench. Now, if you look at the minutes for TJD as a starter, his minutes have kind of been up and down. They have been somewhat volatile. So last game against the Lakers, he did play almost 25 minutes, which was the most he had played in a while. He did play 25 minutes against the Lakers, played 23 minutes against Utah, only played 20 minutes against Dallas. But in this game against Houston, he did get 28 minutes. And then against Dallas here, he only played 21 minutes. A lot of the games this season where TJD has gone under this line had just been from him not getting a ton of minutes. So he has started 13 games this season. He's gone over this points plus rebounds line in 7 out of the 13 games he has started this season. So right around half the games he has started. But if you look at the games where he went under, so one of the games he went under only played 20 minutes. Another game he went under only played 21 minutes. And then another game he went under, he did play 24 minutes, but it was a really tough matchup against Orlando. He played 24 minutes against Orlando, only had 14 points plus rebounds. And then he played 24 minutes against the Spurs, had 17 PR, 28 minutes against the Spurs, 14 PR. That's not the easiest matchup either with Wembanyama. Protecting the paint. Centers have not done super well against San Antonio this season with Wemby's rim protection, with his defense. And then he did have 14 PR in 21 minutes against Dallas. But if you look at games this season where Trayce Jackson-Davis has played at least 24 minutes, so he's played at least 24 minutes in 16 games. He's gone over this points plus rebounds line in 13 out of those 16 games. One of the games he went under was against the Spurs, tough matchup. Another game he went under was last game against the Lakers. Would have expected TJD to have a better game last game, especially after Anthony Davis got ruled out. But he wasn't super productive last game. And then he did have 11 PR in a really tough matchup against Minnesota. But this is a really good matchup tonight against Portland. This is probably one of the best matchups possible for Trayce Jackson-Davis. If you look at where Portland has ranked this season, in terms of like points allowed to centers, rebounds allowed to centers, they've been a good matchup for centers really all season. 5th most points allowed per game to centers, 5th most rebounds allowed per game, and they're also giving up the 6th most points in the paint. So this Blazers team gets killed around the rim. They give up a lot of points in the paint. They're not a good rebounding team. They give up a lot of rebounds to centers. So I like this matchup a lot for Trayce Jackson-Davis. And this also feels like a game, we saw Draymond Green play really big minutes last game in their game against the Lakers. He played 32 minutes. this feels like a game where, they might not need to play their vets big minutes. Like Klay Thompson's questionable for tonight. He may or may not play. I could definitely see this being a game the Warriors kind of win easily. And if they in a scenario where the Warriors kind of win easily, that's probably good for Trayce Jackson-Davis, because Trayce Jackson-Davis is one of their young guys. He's a rookie. He probably, I don't know if he would play in a blowout. That he didn't get blowout run last game. They brought in like they brought in like Guy Santos and those other guys, that Moses Moody. So I don't know if Trayce Jackson-Davis would get like blowout run, but I think in a scenario where, let's say heading into the fourth quarter, the Warriors are up by like 20, I think they're probably going to put TJD out there instead of Draymond. So in a scenario where this game does somewhat get out of hand, if the Warriors do win this game somewhat easily, I think that's probably a good thing for TJD. That could mean he gets more minutes. Maybe they just opt to give Draymond a little bit more rest. They want Draymond to be fully rested for the play-in games, for the potentially for the playoffs. And in a scenario like this, in a game where they're big favorites against a bad Blazers team, this does feel like a spot where maybe the Warriors could kind of take the foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Maybe they don't have to play Steph huge minutes. Maybe they don't have to play Draymond huge minutes. I think we're going to get 24 minutes, though, from TJD, potentially more. And like I said, when he's played 24 minutes this season, he's been able to go over this PR line more times than not. Love the matchup here against Portland. This has been a great matchup for centers. So that's what I'm liking. Is our second prop for tonight, guys. Trayce Jackson-Davis, more than 17.5 points plus rebounds. So 2 props for tonight. This is what I'm liking, kind of taking a first look at the board right now. As always, I do share more Prizepicks plays over on Patreon. So if you guys want more Prizepicks plays from me, check out the Patreon linked down below in the description. But I appreciate you guys watching. As always, hit that like button if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Best of luck tonight. Peace.